Okay, we're looking at here is my Bear Super Grizzly 45-pound bow, AMO 58 inches, 47-pound at my draw weight. It has an old school Bear quiver mounted to the back of it. As you can see there, fast flight string, brush buttons on it, rabbit fur silencers, bear hair rest, and it's made of Shadoa wood with black fiberglass on the belly and the back. Next bow we got here is my Bear Grizzly 1967 vintage bow. It's also 45 pounds. Okay, this bow pulls 47 pounds at my draw weight. All right, it's made out of red rock maple. This one uses a Flemish twist Dacron string, and it has a bear rest on it, bear hair rest. The other side of it, this does not have reinforced tips, so you have to use Dacron string on this. But there's the quiver on it, leather quiver, 4-arrow quiver. This uses silencers as well, quickie silencers. All right. Today we're doing a review on both of these bows. See how the Bear Super Grizzly 45-pound compares to the Bear regular Grizzly vintage 1967 45-pound. And I have to tell you, I'm making this video after I finished doing my review on it, and I have to tell you, was I surprised at the results of this test. So stay tuned and watching the video. I think you will be too. Okay, hello everybody, Todd here, all things archery and shooting, and we're going to do a review today on a comparison review actually on a Bear Grizzly bow versus a Bear Super Grizzly bow. Now both of these bows are 45 pounds, and in my draw length of 29.5 inches, both of these bows pull just over 47 pounds. The Grizzly pulls 47 and the Super Grizzly pulls 47 pounds. Okay? So we're going to compare the Super Grizzly against the Grizzly against speed, accuracy, and how it shoots. And also another caveat on this too, the regular Grizzly is a 1967 vintage bow. This bow here belonged to my dad. So this bow's almost 50 years old, okay? Actually, it is 50 years old now, past 50. It's 55 years old. This bow is 55 years old now, okay? But don't let that fool you. I use this bow over here to hunt with. It still shoots like a sharp, and it's still very accurate. So we're going to be shooting 2 arrow weights out of it. We're going to be shooting 10 grains per pound of draw weight. And then we're going to be shooting a hunting weight arrow, which is about 12.5 to 13 grains per pound of draw weight. So that means for a 47-pound bow, we're going to be shooting a 470 grain arrow. And then for the 12 grains per pound of draw weight, we're going to be shooting about a 560 grain arrow, okay? So, talk about the difference about each one of these bows. Each one of these bows are 58 inches, okay? There's AMO on them. They're both rated at 45 pounds. They both pull 47 pounds. Configured the same way. What I mean by that is they have the Super Grizzly. It has its own fast light string on it, and the Bear Grizzly has a Dacron string on it. They both have a quiver attached. They're both going to have arrows in the quiver when we shoot it. Okay, they both have limb stops on them, which are these things here. They both have silencers, okay, and they've both been tuned and they both shoot perfectly fine. They're both exactly the same AMO. They're both 58 inches, okay. So, one thing I noticed about the Super Grizzly, this is the new version of Super Grizzly. I just got this bow a few weeks ago. I did a review on this bow not too long ago. But this bow here, you notice it's got a longer recessed limb tip, a little bit more of a curve to the limb tip here than this one does, okay? This one does have the reinforced tip, so it can shoot a fast flight string. Your standard Grizzly cannot. Your standard Grizzly only has 1 layer of maple in it, while your Super Grizzly has 2 layers, okay? They both have fiberglass bellies and fiberglass backs, all right? Okay, here's the Super Grizzly bow, all right? Super Grizzly's always got that one line going through it. This is a Shinoza wood, I believe how you say that. Shinoa wood. It's got fiberglass backing, belly and back. It's got 2 layers of maple in the core. All right. Uses a fast flight string in it. Okay. It's got silencers on the bow as well. Okay. It's got a bare hair rest. Comes with a arrow holder as well, quickie arrow holder. Got your bear coin right there. It's an old school bear quiver, mounts to it. All right. Let's take a look at the Grizzly. There's the Grizzly. Okay, beautiful color, reddish wood to it. Okay, it's a 1967 vintage. Has the silver bear coin on it. Okay, it's got the brown glass on the back. It's also got the original patent dates for Canada right there as well. Okay, it's also got the brown glass on the front. You see where it says Bear Grizzly right there. Okay, those holes where my dad had a sight bolted to it at one time. I took it off years ago, so I don't use sights on my bow. Bow's got a little bit of spalling in it, but nothing major. It doesn't seem to affect the way the bow shoots. It still shoots real well. Give you a good look at the tip on it. These have the white ivory tips on them, which are really nice. Real pretty tips on them. See the white ivory tips, really nice. They are not reinforced, so you can't use a fast flight. It has to be a Dacron string. And this is a Flemish twist Dacron string on here. I just came out of the woods this morning, so that's why I got my camel gear on. I'll be heading back out after I do this review, but I want to get the review done for you guys. So this is actually the reason I'm doing this review, because this review was requested by one of my subscribers. He messaged me and asked me to do a comparison between the Super Grizzly and the Grizzly. Alright, so that's what this one. I already know who you are, so big shout out to you. Thanks for the recommendation. So as you can see, I do take your recommendations. If there's something you guys want to see, so you want me to review, get back to me, and if I can do it, I will do it for you. Alright, I just head out to the range now and see how it looks. Okay, first arrow, 470 grains from the Bear Super Grizzly. 182. Second arrow. 179. Third arrow. 178. Fourth arrow. 179. Okay, now we're going to shoot the Bear Grizzly. After I've reset the chronograph, we're going to shoot the Bear Grizzly with the same 470 grain arrow. Here we go. First arrow. .168. Second arrow. .167. Third arrow. .169. Fourth arrow. .167. Fifth arrow. .166. Sixth and final arrow. .167. Okay, Now we're back to the Bear Super Grizzly. We're going to shoot the heavyweight 570 grain arrows, which gives me about 12 grains per pound of draw weight. Let's go reset the chronograph. Okay, let's see what we can do. First arrow, 165. Second arrow, 162. Third arrow, 163. Fourth arrow, 163. Sorry. Okay, fifth arrow, 162. Sixth and final arrow, 163. Okay, now we're going to do the regular to standard grizzly. Same heavyweight arrow. Let's reset the chronograph. See what we get. We're going to shoot the 570 grain shafts out of the standard grizzly bow. 6 arrows, see what we can do. $155. $157. $147. Fourth arrow, 154. And fifth arrow, 152. Sixth and final arrow, 155. Okay, there we have it. We got the chronograph test on each one. Now we're going to be doing the accuracy test. We'll shoot these heavyweight arrows, 570 grains. We'll shoot 3 targets here from each bow. You can see how accurate we are. Then move to the deer target, shoot 3 on it, see how accurate we are. First bow we'll shoot will be the Super Grizzly, see how well it shoots. Okay, that is the Bear Super Grizzly. I got 2 in the bull and 1 in the 9 ring, okay? Maybe 3-inch group, 20 yards. Let's try the regular grizzly now. Okay, that's the Bear Grizzly. Almost the same identical group. I got 2 bullseye and 1 in the white. Maybe 3.5 inches, maybe a little bit bigger group than the Super Grizzly, but not much. Basically, they both shot the same. So let's head over to the 3D deer target, so we do on that. Okay, just like before, we'll shoot 3 arrows into this deer target here. This is a Delta McKenzie 3D target. We'll shoot these heavyweight arrows at 20 yards, see what we can do. Okay. All right, that's my 20-yard group with the Bear Super Grizzly. Again, about 3 inches. 2 in the 9, 1 in the 8. So, all right, so we'll go in. We'll try the Bear regular Grizzly now. Let's do the same thing. We'll take this one out. Okay, now we're gonna do the same shoot with the Bear Grizzly. 3 arrows, right here, 20 yards. Alrighty, there we go. 2 in the bullseye, 1 just outside the bullseye. I'll probably shoot this one better because I've shot this for a long time. I've had this bow for a lot of years. I'm really used to this bow. I say I just got the Bear Super Grizzly, so I still haven't got much string time on it, but I've shot. Let's talk about these 2 bows here. Let's talk about these 2 bows here. Okay, the first bow, the Bear Grizzly. This was my dad's bow, like I said, belonged to him. This bow's from 1967. It's 45 pounds, 58-inch AMO, and you can see it still shoots like it was brand new. I mean, the bow it's almost as fast as the Super Grizzly. They both shoot almost identical in accuracy-wise. There is a little bit more hand shock with this bow as compared to this one, and this bow is just a tad bit louder compared to this one. Otherwise, they both shoot the same. I've hunted with this bow for several years. I've taken quite a few game with it, so. It's a great bow. I like these grizzly bows a lot. Okay, so the only thing I don't like about this bow is that, as I said, it's got a little bit of hand shock that I'm not used to feeling in the bigger bow, which I didn't really realize it had hand shock until I shot the Super Grizzly. There's 0 hand shock with it, but it does have some hand shock to it. But overall, this bow shoots really well. It's really accurate. It's fast. I mean, I have no complaints about this bow. There's the Super Grizzly, okay? Now the Super Grizzly, again, there's a lot of difference in the Super Grizzly compared to the Grizzly. Main thing being, you can take fast flight string. It also has 2 layers of maple in the laminate, which honestly I was surprised that the regular Grizzly is only about 5 to 8 feet second slower than this bow is, with the fast flight string and the double laminate, which is pretty impressive. And this bow should be a lot quicker considering it's got the much thinner tapered limbs on the fast flight string, and it's a brand new bow. So, but it doesn't shoot much faster than the old Grizzly. All right, they both shoot the same accuracy-wise. They're both 2.5-inch groups for both of these bows. One thing about this bow, though, it's really quiet, and there is 0 hand shock with this bow. I don't feel any hand shock at all with this bow. It's a very smooth shooting, does not stack at all, where the Grizzly stacks a little bit. This bow does not stack at all. And I have a 29.5-inch draw, so it's not too long of a draw, but it's not a short draw either. But there's no stacking on this bow whatsoever. It's very smooth all the way through to the draw and the release. So, I mean, either one of these bows, you clearly can't go wrong with either one of them, okay? The Super Grizzly does have a little bit more speed to it, not much, 5 to 10 feet a second faster. There'll be a card in the video here to tell you how much faster it is. They both shoot the same accuracy-wise. I mean, to me, they seem like the same bow. I mean, I can't see much difference except for maybe a little bit of speed and hand shock. Either one I'll be happy with. So, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this comparison of the Bear Grizzly and the Bear Super Grizzly. If you like this channel, please click that like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And be sure to hit that bell next to that subscription button. That way I can notify you upcoming videos. Also, be sure to share with your friends and stuff. And again, I apologize for my attire today. I went to the woods this morning. I'm heading back out to the woods in a few minutes. I wanted to get this video done for you guys. So anyway, any questions, please drop me a comment. I try to answer all my questions if I can, all my comments. And let me know what you think about the Bear Grizzly or the Bear Super Grizzly. Which one you like better, okay? Me personally, if I was to pick between the two of them, I would have to pick the Grizzly bow. Not only because I've had that bow for a long time, it belonged to my dad, so it's close to my heart also. But I've shot that bow more, and I'm just very much more used to it than the Super Grizzly. So if I had to pick between the two, I would take the Grizzly, all right? I mean, I'm sure eventually once I get some more string time on this bow is probably going to surpass this bow, supplant it, but I mean, they both shoot really well, and I really have no complaints either one of them, all right? All right, I want to thank you guys for watching. It's been Todd with All Things Archery and Shooting, and until next time, ciao.